As far as the pay goes with Lyft, honestly, it's really what you make it. I know you usually can make like $20 an hour, but you can make even more than that depending on how long you do Lyft. So I do it full time. I met somebody that's done it from sun up to sundown. So, and I know you make more money doing it at night, I guess, because it's not so many drivers driving at nighttime. And then that's usually when they do like bonuses too. So you might get like an extra $2 if you drive between like certain hours or whatever. So they do stuff like that. As far as taxes go, you don't have to usually file a 1099 form unless you've made so much money. If you haven't made that amount of money, then you don't have to file. This year I did have to fill out a what was it, 1099K or something like that, because I made so much. But with that, you also want to make sure that you are writing down your gas mileage, how much you're spending on gas, any car maintenance that you have to do because of Lyft, whether it be oil changes, if you had to get a new battery or whatever. Just make sure you keep track of all of that, because I did make a mistake in thinking that Lyft kept track of all of that, which they do not. So it was a little bit harder for me with my taxes this year as far as that goes. So make sure you're keeping track of all of that, because in the end, that's going to determine whether or not you owe. And luckily this year I didn't owe, but make sure you're keeping track of things like that as well. But as far as the pay, you make your own schedule. So your pay is going to depend on how much you work, pretty much. I like to set a daily goal of how much money I want to make. Sometimes I meet it, sometimes I don't. Lyft has this times where it's really slow, so you know that can play a factor in it too. But like I said, the longer you do it, the more chances you have of, you know, making more money. So I just wanted to throw that in there too, because I know that's probably the biggest thing that people want to know when they start doing Uber and Lyft. So yeah. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. And if you are not new here, thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my videos. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. Oh, y'all hear the sound? Okay, so I'm about to do my third ride of the morning. So I have my mask on. That's usually what I wear when I have passengers in my car, because you know, you in such close vicinity with these people, you don't know, people be coughing, sneezing, some of them stink. So I do wear a mask. I do have my Lysol. I spray after every single passenger. The only time I don't spray is if I'm out of Lysol. So, and when I start running out, I just try to go ahead and get me another can. So that's what I do. Obviously, you want to make sure your car is clean, make sure you got enough gas or whatever. So let me pick this person up, because some of them, if you just sitting for a long time, they be like, where you at? So I'm going to give y'all more details about my day as I go on. I cannot record while my passenger's in the car. Well, you can, but I don't have like no dash cam. I think you have to have a dash cam to be able to do it. I don't think you can use, I personally don't want to use my regular phone, because I think that's weird to have that footage of random people in your phone. So anyways, I'm finna go pick up this passenger, and then I will get back with y'all when I can. So the guy ran the test on my car, and he said it just gave him a code, but usually when it gives him a code, it'll tell him what the issue is related to, but it didn't. So he told me to Google it, and when I looked it up, it said something about spark plugs. Girl, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Let me show y'all the paper. This is the paper. This is the code that it's saying. I don't really know. Like, I guess I'm gonna take it to Express Oil Change. Honestly, that's where I always go, girl. When there's something wrong with my car, I just go to Express Oil Change. I don't know. So I'm gonna see if they can take a look at my, because they said it could be like something about your spark plug misfire. But the weird thing about this whole thing is, I got my oil changed Saturday, and they said everything looked fine. They didn't say nothing about no spark plug. The only thing they said was it's gonna be time for me to get a tune-up pretty soon, because I'm finna be at 100,000 miles. So I'm like, if it was something wrong with my spark plugs, is that something they would have been able to see, or is that something I would have had to ask for specifically? Also, I just noticed that it went off. The check engine, the light that was on, it just went off. So I don't know if him running that test made it go off, but I'm still going to Express Oil Change. I don't care. Okay, so Express Oil Change pretty much said It's gonna be $150 just for them to run the diagnostics on it. So he said, I said, well, the light is actually went off. I said, so I don't know if his machine did something to make it go off. He said he could have like turned it off with the machine. He was like, but usually if the problem is still there after 4 startups, it'll come back on. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll wait on the light to come back on. Like, Okay, y'all, I just had to use the bathroom real quick. One thing I don't like about being a Lyft driver is having to find somewhere decent to use the bathroom, because these gas stations be disgusting, and sometimes restaurant bathrooms be nasty too. I'm finna start back up Lyft. Like I said, the light still ain't came on. This is my second time cranking up the car. So I just pray that the light is gone and that it actually wasn't nothing going on with my car. So I will see y'all in a minute. It is currently 12:17, so it's time for me to stop and take a break. I've been going. So one of my friends gave me the idea to stop in between, like after 5 rides, stop and take a little break, which honestly, that's the best thing to do so you don't get tired, so you don't feel burnt out. I haven't done that today. I just kind of been getting rides back to back, but I'm finna go ahead and stop and get some lunch. I don't take a long, I take like a 30-minute lunch break. I just try to take it long enough to get my food, eat my food, and then I get back to driving. So I've been craving Church's Chicken. I'm downtown Nashville. Church's Chicken is 14 minutes away according to the GPS. So I'm gonna drive 14 minutes just to get some Church's. I just want their biscuits, y'all. Like, Church's Chicken biscuits are to die for. So anyways, I'll see y'all in a minute. Girl, when I tell y'all this church is so dang on packed, because it's not a lot of them anyway. I know back home they closed hours down, child. It is so many people here, and it's in the ghetto too. To me, when it comes to, well, I'll talk to y'all in a minute, but it's crowded. The line is very long. All right, y'all, we finally got the goods. Finally got them. All right, so this is what I got. I got an extra biscuit on the side, and I got two legs, and then I got some macaroni. I haven't had that macaroni in a long time. But anyways, and then I got a Sprite to drink. Just got done eating. I'm actually back on the road now. I'm finna go ahead and head back to town because I am the one that's been having to pick King up lately. So I try to head back before traffic gets too heavy. And it already said it was a 46-minute drive until I even got back to town. So that's what I'm doing now. But I just wanted to fill y'all in on the job situation really quick, because obviously I have not been working. Obviously I've been doing Uber and Lyft full time, and let me just tell y'all, because a lot of people just don't want to work, people just don't this, people don't that. It is so hard to find a job, right? So this temp agency that I have been in contact with reached out to me about a job, right? And I'm getting all excited. $16 an hour. I'm sorry, what? And she said, yeah, that's why I waited until the end to say that. I didn't know if you would still be interested. Ma'am, $16 an hour at this point is a slap in the face. People got real big bills. And y'all talking about paying somebody $16 an hour? No, ma'am. Not gonna work for me. I said, yeah, I'm not interested. And then as I was waiting in line for my food, or to order my food, I get a call from this other recruiting lady. She had already sent me an email and I wasn't interested in, but she, I guess, took it upon herself to call me. Another position, and these are good roles. These are one of them was administrative position, and the other one was something else that should not be paid no $15 and $16. So that lady said the pay was $15. I said, oh yeah, that pay, I'm at least looking for this amount. And she said, oh yeah, well the 15 is the highest they'll go. I said, I'm not interested, thank you. I'm making more money doing Uber and Lyft, and you talking about some $15 or $16 an hour? Are you dumb? Jobs need to do better, because I know y'all can afford to pay people more. I know you can, you just don't want to. So I need people to stop saying folks don't want to work. No, we need to be getting paid livable wages. Can't nobody live off no $15, $16 an hour at this point. Also, good news. I interviewed for this position back in December, and I got the job. It is honestly not what I wanted, which is why I did keep applying for other places. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and go with this job. I start at the end of the month, so thankfully I won't have to keep doing this for very much longer. I enjoy doing Uber and Lyft. I get some pretty cool people. I enjoy talking to people, but I'm not the person to do it full time. I initially started doing Uber and Lyft. Excuse me. I initially started doing Lyft first, and I was just doing it on the side. But like I said, at the time, I was quitting jobs so much, so I would be like, I'm gonna just quit my job and do Uber and Lyft. But now, hold on, y'all, there's too much going on. All right, y'all, it's ugly outside, honey. It's raining cats and dogs. Anyways, y'all, I had to get my bearings together. But that is the end of my shift. So when I do Uber and Lyft, I finish before it gets dark. Well, obviously, I have to finish during the week before it's time to get kinged. But I'm happy today because I met my goal and then some. So I'm really happy about that. Today was a kind of busy day. I was getting rides back to back. So, excuse me, that's always good for me. But I'm gonna go get King from daycare now. So I'll probably see y'all when we get home.